everyone. Many students struggle with true, false, and not given question type in the reading section. Is it false? Is it not given? So confusing, right? But don't worry. Today, I have got a short method for you to answer this question type easily. So make sure that you watch till the end of this video. In today's lesson, first, I'm going to teach you what this question type is. Next, we are going to see the difference between true, false, and not given. Next, I'm going to help you with top tips and strategies to answer this question type. At the end, I have got a practice exercise for you to solve. If you find our videos useful, don't forget to like and share our videos and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the important lessons we have for you to help you prepare for your IELTS exam. This is your IELTS expert Sakshi. Now let's dive in.
Let's have a look at the question type. So how do these questions look like? So you're given a series of statements, as you can see, 1 to 7. What you need to do is identify the information given in these questions with respect to your reading passage. So true would mean if the statement agrees with the information given in the passage. False means if the statement contradicts the information. And not given means there's no information on this in your reading passage. Now, what is important is that we understand the difference between true, false, and not given in detail. So what do we mean exactly by true, false, and not given? So what true means is that the fact that you read in the question statement is clearly given in the reading passage. Remember that you might not find the exact words. What you need to look for is the similarity in the meaning of the entire statement. Now, what about false? Well, false means that the facts given in your question statement is opposite or incorrect to what is given in the reading passage. And not given means that the fact that is given in the question is not present in the text, or maybe it is incomplete information because of which you cannot determine whether it's going to be true or false. So that is true, false, and not given. But let's understand this better with the help of examples. So I want you to have a look at this statement. Chilies originate in South America and have been eaten for at least 9,500 years. Now we have got three statements here. What we need to do is we have to identify whether it is true, false, or not given with respect to this passage statement. Let's have a look at the first question. Chilies come from South America. All right, so you have understood the question, right? Chilies come from South America. Where do they come from? South America. So that's the understanding of the question. Now, you have to read the passage statement. Chilies originate in South America. Now, here you have to notice that you might not find the exact words, but you might find synonyms. So what you need to look for is the similarity in the meaning of the statement. So do they clearly match? Yes, they do. So chilies come from South America and chilies originate in South America are clearly paraphrased version of the same thing. So here your answer is going to be true. Now let's have a look at the second question. People began eating chilies in the last few centuries. So when did they start eating? Last few centuries. Now let's have a closer look at our passage statement. Have been eaten for at least 9,500 years. Now see if the information matches. Clearly not. It is contradictory, right? Last few centuries and 9,500 years. So clearly this answer is going to be false. Now let's have a look at the last statement. South Americans were the first people to start eating chilies. Now, here is the tricky part. Many students tend to apply their own assumptions or guesswork when it comes to true, false, not given. But keep those interpretations aside because all you need to deal with is the factual information given in the passage. Now, see, do we have any information on whether the South Americans were the first people to eat chilies? Maybe you might say that chilies originate in South America and probably they were the first to eat. But don't apply your guesswork. There's no information given in the passage statement. Hence, this answer is going to be not given. So either there is no information at all, or maybe incomplete information is given. So that's a not given. Now that you have understood the difference between true, false, and not given, I'm going to present you 5 important tips that will surely help you to get answer of this particular question type. Let's find out. Number 1, do not look for exact words, look for synonyms. So you might have noticed in the previous examples that the exact words are not given in the passage and the question statement. So keep an eye on the synonyms. What is important is that there should be similarity in the meaning of the entire statement. So don't just look for matching keywords. Look for the similarity in the meaning. Number 2, don't waste more than 1 minute on any particular question. Remember, time management is the key to the success in your reading module. So if you feel that I'm finding this particular question very difficult, is it false or not given? If you get stuck and take more than a minute, just skip that question. And I'll tell you why. Because the answers are provided in chronological order. What do I mean by this? So first you will get the answer of the first question, followed by the next question, and then the third and fourth, and so on. So the answers follow the order of the passage. So let's say that you found the answer of the first question, and let's say you found the answer of the third question. So what you need to keep in mind is that the answer of the second question will definitely lie between the answers of the first and the third question. And in case you don't find any answer, clearly it's going to be not given. As I stated earlier, don't make assumptions because you're just dealing with the factual information given in the passage. So leave your guesswork aside. Lastly, very important, you need to understand what controlling words are. So there are certain words which can really alter the meaning of the entire statement. Now let's understand this in detail. So there are certain words like some, many, most, occasionally, suggest, probably, no, etc. Now let's understand this better through examples. So the first example is Coca-Cola has always made its drinks in the USA. Now read the second example. Coca-Cola has mainly made its drinks in the USA. Now see these two words, always and mainly. Are they the same? Clearly not. Now students might get confused and feel that this is almost similar. But remember, there is nothing like almost true or almost false. There's no middle ground. It has to be 100% true, 100% false, or not given. So keep an eye on these controlling words and see whether they alter the meaning of the entire statement. Similarly, let's have a look at the second example. The man claimed he was a British citizen. And on the other hand, the man is a British citizen. Now see that these two are completely different things. They alter the meaning. Claim is based on assumption. And when you say the man is based on evidence. There's some factuality. So remember these controlling words. Look out for these traps when you are trying to find your answer. Now that you have understood the tips to solve these questions, let me help you with a step-by-step strategy to solve your true, false, not given passage questions. The first step is that you read the questions carefully and underline the keywords. Don't skim the passage first. Have a look at the questions. Try to understand the meaning of the questions. You will fairly get the idea of what the passage is all about. So let's say chilies became popular as soon as they were brought into Europe. All right, so you can see this passage is a lot about chilies. They became popular when they were brought into Europe. And similarly, read all the other questions and keep in mind the keywords. Next, what you need to do is you have to scan the keywords of the first question. And when you scan them, make sure that you look out for paraphrasing and the traps. Traps means the controlling words. For example, chilies became popular as soon as they were brought into Europe. So you have understood the meaning of the question. Now scan for the keywords in the passage. So here are our keywords. Remember that the keywords may not exactly match. It could be paraphrased. Also, what you need to keep in mind is that you should understand the meaning of the whole statement and not just the matching keywords. So understand the meaning of this question statement and understand the meaning of the keywords given in the passage. And then you will see whether it's going to be true, false, or not given. So in the passage, it is after the introduction to Euro, they were an immediate sensation and were quickly incorporated into the diet. Next, what you need to do is detailed reading of that particular section where you have found the keywords. And all you need to do is apply the tips that I have explained before to determine whether that statement is true, false, or not given. Remember, if you're struggling to find the answer, probably the answer is going to be not given. So you should always keep an eye on the next question. Let me explain this a bit more. Now, let's say that you have found the answer of the first question, and probably you found the answer of the third question. So, as I told you earlier, that the answers are in chronological order. So, your answer for the second question will always lie between the first and the third passage. Now, let's say that you are unable to get the answer of the second question. All right. You are not finding the keywords, not even the paraphrased form. So, mark it not given and keep an eye on the next question. You are likely to get the answer of the third question or maybe the next question and so on. So, always keep in mind that the answers are in chronological order and mark your questions as not given in case there is incomplete information or no information at all. Now that you're familiar with all the golden tips and the strategy to solve these questions, now it's your turn to solve these questions. So I'm going to set my timer on. You have to solve these 5 questions in 4 minutes. So your time begins now. So your time is up. Now let's find out the correct answers and explanation behind the answers. Now let's have a look at the correct answers and also the explanation behind those answers. So how many did you get correct? Let me know in the comment section below. So the first question is, chilies became popular as soon as they were brought into Europe. So we have already identified the keywords before. So here, why is it true? You can see how it is paraphrased. So, introduction to Europe, that is brought into Europe. Immediate sensation, that means popular, as soon as. So, you can see the matching synonyms, and overall, the meaning of this question statement and also the passage statement match. Hence, this answer is true. Now, let's understand the second question. Capsaicin causes significant damage to the mouth. Now, let's see our keywords in a passage. So, the passage says, capsaicin causes temporary irritation to the trigeminal cells. Now, what you need to do is understand in detail what significant damage means and temporary irritation means. So, do you think that the information matches? Is there any contradiction? Isn't there any difference between significant damage, that is, the gravity of damage is high, but the passage says temporary irritation. So you can see that there is contradiction of information, hence the answer is false. The next question. Chilies can be part of a bird's diet. So if you see this particular passage, it says, birds feel nothing. Birds are a better method of distributing the seeds, which pass intact through their guts. And capsaicin is the result of natural selection. So if you read this particular passage, it tells you that chilies can be a part of birds' diet as they feel nothing when they eat or consume capsaicin. And they are usually a means of distribution of the seeds. So chilies can be a part of birds' diet. If you read the next statement, it says, all large chilies grow high off the ground. Now, we do have some information about the smaller chilies in the passage, but is there any information about large chilies? Definitely the smaller chilies grow closer to the ground. But is there any information in the passage that can tell you about the large chilies? No. So here the answer will be not given. And the fifth statement is, people breed chilies for their heat. Now, yes, there is mention of the word heat in the passage. But see, if there is any information on the reason why people breed chilies. Is there any mention of that? No, there's clearly no information. Hence, this answer is going to be not given. So these are the answers of this particular passage question. So how did it go for you? Did you get all of them right? Or do you still have any confusion in any particular question? Let me know in the comment section. So that's how you solve the true, false, and not given question type. So make sure that you keep all these tips and strategies in mind. And I'm pretty sure that whatever questions you solve in future will be a piece of cake for you.
So that's how you solve the true, false, and not given question type. I'm pretty sure that these tips and strategies will surely help you to unlock the answers of this question type. So make sure that you apply these strategies in your next reading practice. If you want to find more lessons on reading section, make sure that you check out our previous videos. If you find our videos useful, don't forget to like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the informative lessons we have for you to help you ace your IELTS test. This is your IELTS expert Sakshi signing off. I'll see you very soon with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye-bye.